All right. Hey, what's up, Crash? How's it going, man? You are quick. I'll go on and you're there. Like, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support. How's it going? How's your day been? Let's get some coffee in. It's almost 1 a.m. But yeah, we get some coffee. Wake myself up. Let's get cracking. There's an app on. What's this app? Acadium. What does that do? Kickstart your digital marketing career for free. What am I doing here? For mentors. What is it? Learning marketing? Okay. All right. Let's see where we were at yesterday. I might spend some time just revisiting the basics today and just retake some notes. Not retake, but like organize the notes better. So what's this Acadium thing, Crash? I++. It's like an apprenticeship, mentoring. Is that what you do in the teaching coding thing? Or is this specific just for digital marketing? Because, yeah, digital career. Oop, closed the wrong tab. History. Go. No, I just able to get in contact with some people that could have some opportunities. Just suggesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Although that seems kind of outside of what I'm looking to do right now. Yeah, there may be opportunities, like you said. Direct mentorship from CMOs and VPs. So if I wanted to start a startup, could get some mentorship there, right? Maybe. Match the business and the player skills. Or maybe like hiring people when I eventually start a startup or something. All right, awesome. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely Definitely check it out. Okay. Just gonna spend like 10 minutes just revisiting my notes, make sure it's still top of mind. Because yesterday, I don't know if you were here towards the end of the stream, I spent like an hour trying to solve a problem and I completely forgot about unshift, and that would have fixed the issue. So yeah, I definitely need to revisit stuff. Type of so that gives you the what type of data type it is. I don't know, type of the data type. What was this? My we got variable +5. Okay, that's just the +5 operator, I guess. I mean plus equals. Oop. Yeah, let's do that. Do you know what? Let's put that in a toggle. So do you know the guys at Acadian personally, like people who found it, or know someone who's doing it? Peter the length. What's this Alan Peter thing? Oh, this is the dot length. Okay. Cool. ARR3. Oh yeah, I know that. So this is the bracket notation. Okay, so this is dot push. I guess I should put it all under manipulating arrays, right? So that would be like the heading. Say it's too big. Heading 3. Give it a color. How do I? And more. Yeah. So we're up to now. What are you working on? Are you coding? Electric Longboard, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Unshift is another one. Functions. All right. So heading 3. Those are your notes. Yeah, my notes. I'm just trying to like go through it and organize a little bit more. Yeah, something I realized yesterday was because I'm going through the curriculum so fast, or not so fast, because I'm going through these because I'm not building projects. I'm forgetting them. So whenever there's like different, like for these, for example, and if I was doing that, I could easily go on back and revisited the notes and quickly took a look and find out, hey, I've already learned this one. I can use this here because I only used it in whatever one example, 2 examples, and then like 2 days had passed and I completely forgot about them. I mean, I could look up the documentation, but I also wanted some notes and then just revisit them periodically. Because yeah, there's a Anki method, I think it's called, when you're learning like memory recall, something like that. So then you retain it better. So right now, me retaking this is kind of like, I guess I'm revisiting them. It'll be top of mind. So this one is if what is this? 3. I guess that's a Boolean comparison, right? Ooh. So it will be the logical and operator. Probably get rid of. Oh. Man, this is something I don't like about Notion is when you copy paste something because it treats everything as blocks. It's hard to play around. But then there are these features which are pretty cool. I don't know if you use Notion or not for notes and just generic project management. All right. That can go in there as a separate statement. Oh man, okay. Variations, what's up? If this is the first time here and you're wondering what the hell is this guy doing, I am reorganizing my notes from the last. I think this is day 5 or day 6 of learning JavaScript. So I am just reorganizing my notes. Switch and default. Oh, see, I completely forgot about switch. So this way, we're basically doing the if statements, but with a switch case. Yeah. Okay. And this was null undefined. Right, let's put that in there. Dot notation versus brackets in JSON objects. So this one was the big one. I think it was 2 days ago, day 2 or day 3, where I spent 2 hours trying to solve a problem, and then realized that you cannot use the brackets. I couldn't use the dot notations. I had to use brackets to grab those specific. What's the thing? The object with multiple. Man, I can't remember what it's called. Arrays or accessing nested objects. I guess. Yeah. Switch is basically more efficient. If else, right? Yeah. And I had completely forgotten about it until I just looked at it now, and now I recall. Oh yeah, 2 days ago, I went through it and did some exercises. So do you use switch every time instead of if and else? Okay, dot notation. You don't? Okay. Um, what was this called? Okay, gonna turn that into a code. For loops. Yeah. For initialization, condition, final expression. So initialization is an empty array. For this condition, push that, which is the final expression, right? Oh yeah, this is a funny one. Do while. Probably should add better notes in there. I remember doing this. Okay, it will first do one pass. Okay. Recursion was a beast of its own. Yeah, I think we did like 3 or 4 different types. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we did 3 of them. By the end of the third one, so last night we finished those 2 off. I've got a better understanding. I don't think I can still fully get it, but I understand it more. I just have to try a bunch more times and it'll become fully ingrained. Recursion. So parse int is not part of recursion. We need to get this outside. Oh wow, look at that. Okay. Bring it out here. What else? Alright, let's actually put this inside here under okay. I think we need a separate toggle for the parse int function. Is that a function or is that a method? I still don't know it by heart. Oh, yeah. Ternary operators. Okay, I think we're done organizing the notes. Slightly more readable on the toggles. I don't think I've got anything outside here. Let's see. Okay. Hercules, what's up? What's happening? What is going on? Questions, resources. Okay. We can delete that. Oh. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're gonna deep dive into some ES6. Let's go. So basic JavaScript is done. We're now gonna go into some ES6 and learn some new stuff. Okay, so ECMAScript is a standardized version of JavaScript with the goal of unifying the languages, specification, and features. All major browsers. Most of the challenge and free code can use the ES5 specification. But it's an evolved language. Okay. Add some powerful features that will be covered. So arrow functions, classes, modules, promises, let and const. Note, not all browsers support ES6 features. If you use ES6 in your own projects, you may need to use a program to convert. Okay. Alright, so we got some fun stuff. Let's go to the first lesson. Explore the differences between the var and let keywords. One of the biggest problems with declaring variables is that you can overwrite a variable. Camper. So assign David to camper, console or campus David. As you can see in the code above, the camper variable is originally declared as James. Yep. And then overridden by David. In a small application, you might not run into this other problem, but when your code becomes larger, you might accidentally overwrite a variable that you did not intend to overwrite. Because this behavior does not throw an error, searching and fixing bugs becomes more difficult. A new keyword called let was introduced to solve this potential issue. So how does it solve it? If you were to replace var with let in the variable, it would result in an error. Interesting. Let's try that out. So I say let var equals I don't know, Twitch. Oh, let Twitch equals what's the date today? 4th of November. I'm in the UK, so it's the 4th for me. Why can't I let Twitch equals that? Yo, what the heck? So I can do that, but I can't let Twitch equals that? Oh, I guess because it's a string, I gotta put in a thing. Yeah, okay, let's try that again. First of. Okay, and then if I try let Twitch. Okay, 4th, let's say it's no, it's the 3rd. Just gonna. Didn't error out, so if I do Twitch. Throws an error. The error can be seen in the console of your browser. Note, use strict. This enables strict mode, which catches common coding mistakes and unsafe actions. So use strict x equals from further because x is not declared. I don't understand. It didn't throw any errors. What were they talking about? But if I go that and then I go, it lets me. But if I do in the same, so I can't do it at the same time. So when I'm running it at the same time. Okay. Update the code so it only uses the let keyword. So let cat name, let quote, function cat talk, use strict. Cat name is Oliver, quote equals cat name plus says meow. Hey, what's up, Pi? How's it going? In dates, I use date class. In dates, use date class. It's like when you're signing. Oh, okay. Because I did the 4th of November. Example date equals. Can I do that with JavaScript? Let's try it. Also, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming back. All right, return pi. We can't do return pi. We say let a date equals new date. Wait, what's new date? So okay, cool. But isn't actually, although that because it's JavaScript, I guess it would still change the string into numbers. Because I could do. Could I just do this? I don't think I can. Actually, no. Wait, what? Man, JavaScript accepts. It says 999. It's clearly not 999. Use class. Class. What was class again? Class. JavaScript. I don't think I've covered class here, I think class is coming soon. Yeah, I don't think I've covered that yet. But alright. That should pass. Look at that, we're 3% in. We are 3% in. Okay, compare scopes of the var and let keywords. So when you declare a variable with the var keyword, it's declared globally or locally. If it's inside a function, the let keyword behaves similarly with some extra features. So when you declare a variable with let, keyword inside a block, statement or expression, okay. Well, I don't want to try var date. So var date. Look at that. That's pretty cool though. Sorry? Why are you sorry, man? Man, we've been live for 36 minutes already. You have to go? Alright, man. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah. And I'll see you next time. I'll definitely be on. I'm gonna try and be on every day. I stream every day is the plan. So yeah, man, see you around. Okay. What are we doing here? We need to declare a variable with the var keyword. Is to turn around. Let behave similarly with some extra features. For example, you got an empty array, condition, push I, console log the new array, b012, console log I, returns 3. With the var keyword I is declared globally, so when I++ is executed, it updates the global variable. This code is similar to the following. This behavior will cause problems if you were to create a function and store it for later use inside a for loop that uses a I variable. This is because the stored function will always refer to the value of the updated variable. So for example, a variable print num2, for this condition, if I equals to print num2, return I. So that doesn't print 3. Look at that. Let's go print num2, I is 0. So we can go through, go through 0. Is it equal to that? No, nothing. 1. 2 is equals to 2. It's going to print num2. But because of the counter, it's doing 2 plus 1. Is that what it's doing? This is because the value assigned to I was updated. The print 2 returns a global line of the value I had when the function created. Interesting. So it's doing I equals 0 plus 1 plus 2. Da-da-da. But the let keyword doesn't do that, so hang on. Let print num2, I is 2, return I. Okay, interesting. Print num2 has already been declared. Let's refresh. Print 2. Okay. Console log I should return not defined. Okay. So it does do that. That's interesting. Let's put that in the notes. Did I print the wrong one? Yep. I meant to copy this one. Wait, hang on, what's this example? 0, 1, 2. I is not defined because it was not declared in the global scope. It was only declared with a full if statement. Yep, that is correct. Okay. So fix the code so that I declared in the if statement. So the I declared in the if statement is a separate variable. It's a separate variable than I declared in the first line of the function. Okay, so I guess I'll just go let I equals that. Be certain not to use the var keyword anywhere in your code. I guess we could do let I on my own both side. Okay, function check scope, use strict, let I equals that, and if true, let I equals works with console log. Yeah. So if I had used var, I guess the var would have been overwritten, right? Yeah, so block scope is block scope. Function scope is also block scope because it's being overwritten. But if I set it back to let and yeah, I need to go ahead and console the log. Actually, no. Let's put it in here. Console log. Console log the I. What do we get? All kinds of numbers. Okay. Yep. Print many times. Takes a string. Use strict. Declare a read-only variable with the const keyword. The keyword let is not the only way to declare variables. In ES6, you can also use the const keyword. Read-only. That means they're a constant value. Okay, no, that makes sense. So let's go ahead and add this to our notes. Const creates a constant. Yeah, that's it. As you can see, trying to reassign the variable with throw and error. Let's try out. As you can see, trying to reassign a variable with constant with throw and error. You should always name variables you don't want to reassign using the const keyword. This helps you when you accidentally attempt to reassign a variable. Okay. It is common for developers to use uppercase variable identifiers for mutable values and lowercase or camel case for mutable values, objects, and arrays. All right. Let's also add that to the notes. I think that would be helpful. That also makes sense, right? To have constants in uppercase, which makes it easy to identify. Okay, so uppercase for da-da. Okay. Free code camp is cool. So what's going on here? Change the code so that all variables declared are using let or const. So use let when you want the variable to change, and const when you want the variable to remain constant. Also, rename variables declared with const to conform to common practices. Okay. Sentence equals string plus is cool. I guess that would be the const. This would be the let. Oh, he also wants me to do. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, mutate an array declared with a const. The const declaration also has many use cases in modern JavaScript. Some developers prefer to assign all their variables using the const default unless they know they will reassign. Okay. It's important to understand. Hey, what's up, Omar? How's it going, man? How's it going? How was the raid yesterday? We got Tuck2997. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Before or after CD? After the raid. So we went to the data science guy. I listened to the start of him before like shit. Oh, you mean today? Nice. That's glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. Okay. Some developers prefer to assign. Okay. Objects, including arrays and functions, assigned to a variable using const are still mutable. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So this only applies, creates a constant variable identifier. Oh, do you see? I spent the start of the stream just organizing my notes. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch his videos. I watched the intro when he was introducing himself in the channel. Yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, I had to drop because it was too late in the morning for me. However, okay. Do you want me to give you a tip about programming languages or learning some things about them? Sure. Yeah. Anything that can help me learn quicker, faster, better, easier. Anything, man. I'm open. Tubublick. What's going on? What's happening? Just always search cheat sheets. Alright, so if I do JavaScript cheat sheet, okay, cheat. I love coding.com. This guy sounds like. Oh wow. Wait, what's the difference between this and that? Oh, it's just showing the different pages. Okay. Man, this is actually quite sound. This is much better than my notes. Loop statements. It's a PDF, right? I think it's just showing me the entire thing anyway. So click it to start it. Let's see. Page not found. Okay, it's not helpful. Download the cheat sheet. There we go. Can I embed things on here? I think I can, but I need to upload it somewhere else though. Alright, let's do this. Good try. But I have to connect my drive to it. Yeah, switch. I'll use the full screen to see it better. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got quite a big monitor. I can. Maybe you guys can't see it because of my size. I can make it bigger. Yeah, this is actually really cool. I'm going to add it to cool tools and resources. So JS cheat sheet. Yeah, that's a great shout, man. It's much easier to understand than my notes. There are much better cheats than that one. Okay. It's JavaScript best cheat sheet. There we go. Whoops, I set up the org. They've even got it embedded. Oh wow. Spiky boy, top 50 cheat sheets. Too much text. Also, there's some 30-minute courses about language on YouTube. The first. Yeah, I need to go through the ninja videos you're talking about too at some point. Alright, let's continue on with this. Check this. htmlcheatsheet.com, JS. Damn. Events, huh? Strings, numbers, math. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bookmark that one. Okay. The design just is so too. The colors just screams at me, but other than that, the content is great. I'm gonna save and interactive. We don't want no ads. It lets me close the ads. That's funny. Nice. Luminosity, what's up, man? Welcome back. How's it going? This is the HTML cheat sheet. Yeah, this is great. The color is so off though. Like the design is so, I don't know, it looks like 996 kind of design, but I like it. Yeah, let's go and bookmark that one too. Okay, and obviously they've got CSS here as well. It's much better on your screen. Okay. Alright, dope. Okay. Let's continue with that one. Make my system dark mode. It should be dark mode. Everything is dark mode. So if I go Google homepage is one of the projects we built. Yeah, you see it's all in dark mode. The browser isn't though, you're right. Yeah. Alright, so we're doing it. It is how important to understand the objects, including arrays and functions, can still be changed. So use straight const array 567, s equals 103 throws an error, s2 equals 45 works, console log 5645. Okay. As you can see, you can mutate the object 567 itself, and the variable s will still point to the altered 5645. Like all arrays, the array elements in S are mutable, but because const was used, you cannot use the variable s to point to a different array using the assignment operator. Array is declared as const s equals 572, change the array to 257 using various element assignments. Okay. 2, 5, and 7. The only way I know how to do that is individually assign. So this will be 2. Let's just copy that. So there might be 2.7. So 0 is going to be 2. 5 is first position. 7 on the second. Boom. Okay, it's got maths. Look at all these maths we're doing now. Constants, pi. All right, my music's good. What do you want to listen to? Just play some music. We need some copyright-free music too. Copyright. Okay, we can go with that for now. All right. Okay. To ensure data doesn't change, JavaScript has a function called object freeze. Once the object is frozen, you can no longer add, update, delete properties from it. Interesting. So, object will freeze the object. Review object prop. Interesting. Okay, I should probably add that to the notes too. You can also search music like royalty free in Google. Oh man, okay. Ben sound. On YouTube. That was really loud. Yeah, okay, we'll just continue with this for now. Alright, so what are we doing? In this challenge, you're going to use object freeze to prevent mathematical constants from changing. You need to freeze the maths constant object, which is this one. So I'll just go object, capital O, dot freeze, and I'm gonna freeze the math underscore constants. And this is now trying to change the constant catch. JavaScript, we often don't need to name our function, especially when passing a function as an argument to another function. Instead, we create inline functions. We don't need to name these functions because we do not reuse them anywhere else. My function equals function const my var equals value return var. ES6 provides us with a syntactic sugar do not have to write anonymous functions this way. Instead, you can use arrow function syntax. Ah, look at that. So my function. So when there is no function body and only a return value, arrow function also allows you to do that. Look at this, man, all these shortcuts. Just doing the same thing. And because we're not going to be calling myvar anywhere outside of this function, we don't even need to declare it. Alright, so what are we doing? Rewrite the function assigned to the variable magic, which returns a new date to use the arrow function. So that means we can get rid of that. Do one of these equals that. Get rid of that. Return new date. Yeah, I think that's it. Const. Okay. I'm actually going to make a note of this. Can you open this? Sure. Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm going to finish this note. Can be. Shorten to. Alright, so what's this link? That's the music. Cool. I don't know, Notion has syntax highlighting. Hey, what's up, Shuduza? Man, I love Notion. Notion has everything. The only thing that they don't have, which I don't like, is well, there's a couple of things I don't like about Notion. Like one of the things is a block function when I'm writing notes, because when I delete something, it doesn't do it. But man, yeah, you can also. So if you don't know how to do it, so basically, what you do is type in code, right? So you open the code one, then you just paste the code, and then from here you can change the different types of code as well. So if it's, you know what I mean? So it does the coloring and the syntax for it. Yeah. If anything, hope you found that valuable from the stream. I love Notion. Notion is everything. And what happens to the music? All right, Omar, we got the music up. They also don't have my currencies, which sucks because I do my budget there. Man, I do my budget in Notion too. I got my private Notion, like everything's in there. I didn't know they didn't have Zara. I know they're gonna open up their API soon, is what I'm hearing. And then maybe because we know how to code, maybe we can just like build something. Well, I say we. I'm hoping you know how to code because I'm a newbie, man. I'm day 5 or day 6. But yeah, Notion is awesome. Okay, use arrow functions to write concise anonymous function. What the hell is an anonymous function? Wait, did we not just do this? Oh yeah, this is done. Alright, next one. Const double item is items times 2, double of 4. If an arrow function has a single parameter, the parentheses enclosing the parameter may be omitted. So that can turn into item So we're removing that out. Okay. It's also possible to pass more than one argument. So item and multi, return item multi. Man, that's sick. Anonymous functions means any name defined. Right, okay. We've got Aiton back in the stream. What's happening? What's going on, man? Anonymous function is without any name defined. Right, because we don't have any. Okay. I am also going to take note of that. Anonymous function. There we go. Let's add a code to the page. Nope. Oh, I just remembered what else that I missed in Notion. Studuzo, right? So I hope Duduzo. I hope that pronounced right. They don't have graphs, man. So I've got like all the, so we need to do budget and stuff. So I got my numbers in there. I would love to see some sort of like charts and graphs I could create with those. That's something I miss. That's something Notion needs to add, like ASAP. Okay. How do we do this then? Rewrite my concat, which appends these two parameters, AR1 and AR2. So the function uses an arrow function syntax. Okay, so we can actually get rid of that altogether, because anonymous functions are functions that don't have. You never thought of graphs in Notion? Oh man, there is one way you can do it. Notion, but you're gonna have to use Google Sheets to do it. So these guys, yeah. So basically, you create your Google Sheet, make it public or open or something, and then you just add your link here. Create chart. Let's see what it works. Right here. So you add the thing here, name it, and then it will give you a code, and you just embed the code in Notion. So it does work, but it's not native. Like you have to use. So my thinking was like, if my table or database is in Notion, why am I going to do the same thing in? Yeah, you're not going to get through your session easily distracted. That is also true. Yeah, this. But anyway, with Notion, yeah, man, they need to build. I'm so passionate about Notion, so like, really, someone talks about like all the stuff. Yeah, I just want to talk about it. Sorry about the English. I take some grammatical. Man, no worries at all. I don't think you've made a single. Well, actually, see, anonymous functions. I didn't even realize they had a typo in it. But the point of it was that I could understand, right? Which I did. So, all right. So we're going to concatenate this without using. So we don't need the function name. We also don't need to. Actually, no, we do need it because it's multiple variables. So ARR1, ARR2. Okay. Actually, this thing goes to the end. So we've got my parameters, and then what I wanted to do is, so I can get rid of return as well. Yeah, that should be it. Okay, what have I got wrong? Oh, equals. ARR and 2 without space. Ah. Is that it? Replace the var keyword. Okay, const. Also, why is this outside like that? Nice. Which is what you mean? Is that question, or is that what I should have done? Which is equals brackets arrow. The power of the grey skull. All right, let's move on to the next one. Did I take note of that? I think I did. Yep. Okay. Set the default parameters for your function. In order for us to create flexible functions, ES6 introduces default parameters for functions. Flexible functions. Check out this code. Const greeting equals name anonymous. That's the parameter, and it's going to return hello plus the name. Console log, console greeting, hello. Oh, look at that. Yeah. So the default one kicks in when there's nothing specified. As you can see in the above example, the parameter name will receive. Okay. Modify. No, you read the slide. You figured it out. Right. Okay. I was trying to follow your advice, man, of not being distracted. Okay. Modify the function increment by adding default parameters so that it will add 1 to number if value is not specified. Modify the function. Alright. Yeah, that should be it. No, it's not. It will add one to number, I guess. It'll be that. What am I missing? I came to make a view account increase a little bit. Hey, what's up, man? Saharo. That means, I remember what that meant. Drunk ants, right? Yeah, I know. I remember you. I remember you. It's the drunk ant. Okay. Constant increment. Do I have to put it in? I guess I would go name. Wasn't? Yeah, I guess name equals 1 or something. Wasn't it? No, it was number. It was number, sorry. Number equals. I guess I don't really need a thing because numbers, it's not a string. Let's see. Okay, that passes. And if I then do increment 5 2, increment 5 should add the 1. Ooh. There you go, not a number, so something is wrong. Oh, got it the wrong way around. Okay. What? All right, let's read that. So in this example, we've got greeting, name equals anonymous, which is assigning the default for that case. It's weird that this was accepted, but this isn't. Okay, what must it? Default param something equals 1. You're really good perfect memory. Okay, oh yeah. Maybe at the end of the stream we'll watch some cat videos, cat lip videos. Do what you did with the first parameter already declared. You use cons. Right. Okay. See, like those are the newbie mistakes that I'm making. Okay, so the second one here should work, right? Actually, this one here should work because the cons is already. So if I refresh, hopefully that clears it. If not, there we go. All right, and let's run this. Yeah, boom, awesome. Cool. I'm gonna make a note of that as well. Yeah, and let's put this under a different heading to ES6. Okay, heading 2. Default parameters. I'll use let this time. Okay, so this one's done. Use the rest parameter with function parameters. What is that? In order to create more flexible functions, ES6 introduces. I feel like this is a bit too loud. All right. In order to create more flexible functions, introduce the rest parameter for function parameters. With the rest parameter, you can create functions that take a variable number for arguments. These arguments are stored in an array that can be accessed later from inside the function. So look at that, ... From how many ... args, return you have passed plus args.length plus arguments. Oh, this just means, okay, interesting. How many? 0, 1, 2. You have passed the length of this, which is, yeah. Console log how many string? No, 1, 2, 3. So what would this say? How many? So you have passed. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. The rest parameter eliminates the need to check the args array and allows to simply apply map. Map filter and reduce and parameters array. I almost forgot you could share the link to the playlist. Curly braces. Denote an object type in that case. You mean the music? This one? Yeah, this was shared by Omar earlier in the chat. This curly braces denote an object type in that case. Okay. Why would he use this instead of the square brackets? Or why would they not use that one? Got new people in the chat. We got Anjing Ganam. What's up? Lara's back. And Princess League. Princess League. I think Princess League might be a bot. You know, I see the Princess League every now and again, but never spoken. Okay, so what we did, modify the function sum using the rest parameter in such a way that the function sum is able to take any number of arguments and return their sum. So dot dot dot. Hang on. Functions. So why is it const? Dot dot dot. Args. And it's doing this. It's doing that notation. Gonna have some fresh air. All right, man. Enjoy. Oh, music stopped. There we go. No, it can't have equal. How did we do the anonymous function? Let's reset this code and try again. So const sum equals I guess we don't need that anymore. Whoa. Okay, failing every single test. I guess args is no longer a thing. Ah, maybe args here. Yeah, okay. I mean, I get the I get the concept, but I'll have to use it in some, I don't know, examples to really understand it. I think this special fresh air for 20 will come back in 15. All right, man, sounds good. Rest parameter. Coding, cozy coding rating with a party of 5. What's up, cozy coding and friends? Thanks for the raid. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? Yeah, I saw. Jump from 4 to 9 just like that. Okay. For new people in the room, what I'm doing is I'm learning to code and to either start a startup or get a dev job. And I'm basically going through free code camp curriculum. And I'm basically documenting every single step. So currently going through JavaScript. This is day number 6, I believe. And yeah, just chugging on along. Yesterday I spent 2 hours just scratching my head trying to figure out a recursion problem. So yeah, if you want to learn together, if you're new, and sort of, you know, go through the struggles together, then yeah, come along. We can learn together. Have you been streaming it every day? Yeah, every single day that I'm learning to code, everything's been streamed. Like the funny thing is, because I'm a complete newbie, so we get like people who know how to code jump on the stream and help me out. So because I learn from home, and Thanks for the follow, Chad. Because I learn from home, so I'm kind of here by myself. So it's kind of like I've got a virtual friends. So we're kind of pair coding, I think is the word, pair programming, which is pretty cool. Thanks for the follow, man. I think it's for good. I actually do have it on my. So what I do, because Twitch archives after a while. So if you go, so I put it all on YouTube. Yeah, it's 25 videos. I haven't uploaded yesterday's yet, but yeah, like you see here, first stream was 54 minutes, hour 20, 2 hours, 3.5 hours. Everything's on there. All the failures, like all the successes. Yeah, everything's online. And like part of the reason why I'm doing this also is so I tried to learn the code like 2 years ago. Did I want to say about a month, and then I just gave up. Like got hard and didn't do it. So this was kind of also to build accountability. Like Omar is in the chat, he jumps on. It's like, man, I can't let Omar down. It's like I don't know what it is. People do more. I read somewhere people would do more for someone else than for themselves, and it's a psychological trick I'm running on myself, right? So you got people like you jump on in the streams, and then it helps me stay on track. That's a good idea. I constantly forget about our code, just so I let it go. Yeah. And part of that struggle is because I play music, YouTube will copyright stuff. So I've been looking for non-copyright music. Hopefully, then it doesn't get taken because they'll just mute the whole entire video if it's got copyright music. So you're saying everyone love 420? It's kind of like you have people cheering you on. Yeah, cheering me on, and then also just like helping me out. I don't think you can actually see the chat history, but yeah, it's I don't understand why. So there's a guy who was on here a couple of times. He Harris, hello, on Spotify is copyright free. Oh, nice. Okay, let's check him out. I don't know if it's Spotify. Yeah, so we had someone who's a regular on the stream. He's not here today. He's been coding for 10 years, and that's his professional job. Like this guy knows JavaScript inside out, and he'll jump on the stream and like help me out when I'm struggling, or like give me pointers. Okay, Harris, hello. I've seen this guy's YouTube videos. All right, let's listen to that. I don't have Spotify Premium, so I'll probably get hit with ads every now and again. But be part of the experience. I feel like that's too loud. How do I... Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm also taking notes on everything. So like, yeah, people would drop different links that I find useful, helpful. I just put it in there as well. Chill Up Radio. Don't forget to watch yeah, I need to go for the Ninja stuff. I think I've got it here somewhere. It's in one of the notes. The Stream Beats playlist on his profile is the one. The Stream Beats playlist. All right, let's check it out. Can you just search? No. Oh, you mean on YouTube? Scroll up. Up as in, I guess, down. Wow, he's got a lot of playlists. Harrisella Stream Beats. Oh, there you go. Man, this is perfect because I was looking for something like this. Yeah, this is amazing. That works too. Yeah. All right, awesome. So, what do you do? I haven't checked out your channel. Cozy Coding. You missed it so many times at the top. Yeah. Yep. That's basically me learning to code too. I missed little things like a comma, and then I'm here for half an hour trying to figure out what went wrong, and then people in the chat point out creative coding in JavaScript. Nice. Okay, I will definitely check you out when you're next streaming. How do I follow you? Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna try and learn JavaScript. I'm thinking for the next, I don't know, at least. Okay. So I'm gonna go for the free code camp tutorial, and I'm also reading the elegant JavaScript right on the side, and then I'm gonna go through this thing, and it has like a bunch of cool challenges to do, and then after that, I'll go through the JS 30-day challenge. I think it was called. Should have it bookmarked. Yeah, this one, JavaScript30.com. It's a free coding challenge, and apparently you build like a project a day. There's 30 different projects you can build. Everything using vanilla JS. So maybe a month, 2 months down the line, I think I should be able to take this on. If you'd like, I'd say I'm intermediate dev at it, just rather rusty. I'll definitely come hang out. I think that was a reference to Sharoshka, but I'm sure I'll learn something. All right, okay. Wait, what we use the REST parameter with functions. Wait, isn't this done? Yeah. Wow. I also joined Dev to write about your progress. Fun things been finding anything. Dev.to, what's that? Gotta go have to eat. Cool, man. Again, thanks for the raid. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, enjoy your food. Enjoy the rest of your day. Dev.to. So it's like a community of developers. Infinity. Full stack developers roadmap. All right, man, that's a good shout. I'm definitely going to do that. So, Dev.to. Okay. I don't know, make a post with my learnings, I guess. After about 1 month, start gaming with coding here with your followers. Gaming with coding. What is that? Codinggame.com. Man, today is just like a blast of new information. That looks fun. Okay. You'll have to be. Okay. All right, we'll add that to the list too. Game with Twitch friends, I guess. All right, sick. I'm looking forward to that one. That'd be cool. So who else do we have? There's the 4 new people. Chad, I know you followed me. Thanks for the follow. Bob, what's happening? Got Zendaya, Mr. Bam, Preach, and Doki Deki. What's up? What's your stories? What about you guys? What do you guys do? Anyone a learner or beginner like me? All right. Use the spread operator to evaluate arrays in place. ES6 introduces a spread operator which allows us to expand arrays and other expressions in places where multiple parameters are expected. Apply to compute the maximum value in the array.
I was just given a link and then 5 minutes to try and solve the problem. Oh, you can do it in any language too. Nice. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something fun. Okay, so we call variable array math.max.apply returns 89. Spread operator makes the syntax much better to read and maintain. So if you've got a math, okay, you're actually removing all of that and you just go in math.max. You also bookmarked it. Nice. It might sound enough fun, but believe me, man, that actually looks really fun. Nah, I'm looking forward to that. I just need to get my level up, my coding skills up. Hey, what's up? I'm also a beginner. Glad to see some introductory stuff on Twitch. Awesome, man. Welcome. um, what languages are you learning, or what resources are you using? I'm just using Free Code Camp, and I think I already talked about this book, and also went through some of the Odin project stuff as well. You can select difficulty. JavaScript as well. Nice. Man, well, I did the CSS and HTML stuff. I was like, yeah, I can do this. And then I jumped into JavaScript and then it's like, okay, solve this problem using recursion. I was like, what the heck? Like, no kidding. If you watch like one of my previous videos, we literally spent 2 hours. Might even be 3 hours on one problem. It was mad. If you're learning Python, JavaScript, C++, I might try to help. Yeah, okay, this is the advert. Whatever. Yeah, Omar is really good at Python and those languages. All right, so what are we doing here? Change this line. Copy all of the contents of ARR1 into another array using the spread operator. Yeah, I don't know where you guys are from. You're gonna hear UK ads because that's where I'm based. £1.65. Okay. Copy the contents of AR array one into another array. How do you? Man, I don't remember how you actually copy which concat push. I guess push, right? Texas, America, amazing. Why am I? This is so cheap in my country. Okay. Copy the contents. No one tell them solution. Yeah, please don't tell me the solution. All right, let's figure this out. So I got to do something like this, but I don't know what this thing was. Okay. Push. ARR is not defined. Oh, okay. 10. What is it 10? All right, let's see. So push pushes them onto the end of the array. Okay. Pop. It wouldn't be pop. Shift. Void rows fail. Yeah, man. That's basically how I learn. I'm in here $3 for family, 6 people. Price for Spotify. Someone give him hands up. What are you trying to do today? Day 6 of learning JavaScript, following the free codecamp tutorial. I'm not to give the answer because he loved to solve himself. That is also true. Because I feel like if I just cheat, I'm not going to retain it. But I think I'm close. I think it's just not the push thing. Also, why would I put AR on here? That's like pushing those into that. That doesn't make sense. Push is not defined. Hmm. So we got the array, which is that. ARR2 is map.match pushed. Yeah, so following code will not work because that's what I'm trying to do. Hint, the left side definitely has all the info you're looking for. Left side being the notes tab. Brother, you first read the question to understand what you want. Another hint, types of brackets mean different things. So how you use them counts. Okay. Types of brackets. Yeah, so that would be an array. Hang on. That was it? That was it? Oh man. Cool. Okay. So let that equals this, and that's basically pushing those in. Nice. Yeah, the bracket hint was huge. Amazing. All right, cool. This one is the spread. Actually, it might be better to use this example. Okay, 32%. Use destructuring assignment to extract values from objects. Destructuring assignment is special syntax for neatly assigning values taken directly from an object. Consider the following code. So an object, name and age, name, yeah, user of age, age equals 34. Here's an equivalent assignment statement using the thing. So const name and age equals user. So he's just directly referencing the object. Interesting. Here, name and age variables will be created. Assign the values of the respective values from the user object. You can see how much cleaner this is. You can extract as many of you. Yeah, this is, it's not quite clear because name and age is the same thing as name and age. So what if I did, just want to see what happens if I use different names, because the same thing is, okay. So if I went like, I don't know, A and B, right? A is undefined. Yeah, they must be the same. So I thought what this was doing was just reassigning. So it's creating a constant named name, and it was assigning this constant this value, which is user object, and then this thing here, right? So if I change the constant to be called A, and then I want to assign A equal John Doe, why is that not? The uses of that is to take up the same name variable to create an so it has to be the same. Okay. All right, so it wants us to, let's make this bigger, replace the two assignments with an equivalent destructuring assignment. It should still assign variables today and tomorrow, the values of today and tomorrow from the high temperatures objects. So we just go const. That can go away. That, right? What about yesterday? Doesn't want to do anything with yesterday. Okay. Hang on. So wait. Don't forget that there might be more and more that you want to get. So, for example, In the user, there might be username, age, birthday. You can take out. You can just take out just name. And if you want to do that, const name ahb. User of which, this is a bit ugly now. So it is possible, but not really, as always said. Okay. It's possible it might confuse you at this point. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this. This is something to do for future. I've got a bunch of questions like that, which is like, man, what the heck? Yeah, I need to read about that. That was just notes, actually. That can go away. Figure out how to do this. So this one is JS. There's another ad. Okay, yeah, cool.
Digital album of new rock and alternative Christmas tracks by Escape the Fate, The Funeral Portrait, Ava Under Fire, Little Stranger, All Good Things, Bleaker, and others.
I'm gonna mute that, man. That's annoying. Do we take a note of that? All right, so this one's done. 35%. There you go. It says, so this is what I was looking at. This destructuring allows you to assign a new variable name when extracting values. You can do this by putting a new name after the colon. Okay. User. Da-da-da. Gotcha. So that's how you do the A and B. So if I try it myself. All right. Let's type that in. Exactly. I didn't think that introduces this early on. Right. Getting into the heavy stuff straight away, man. Okay. I don't know why this is erroring out there. It's already been declared. I need to do the refresh thing. Okay. All right. So do that, and then we go const curly braces. So the name is now A, and then age is now B, right? And then that's from the user object, I think. So A is John Doe, boom, perfect. Okay, we actually figured that out. Okay, we can go back and take that off. Let's leave it in there for now. Okay, replace the two assignments with an equivalent. Hey, what's up, TrueSet? Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Replace the two assignments with an equivalent destructuring assignment. It should still assign variables hi today and hi tomorrow with values of today and tomorrow. Okay, so we go const. Let's just copy that. Get rid of all of that. So hi today is going to be today. Is it equals? I don't think it's equals. I think it's this, right? Oh man, what did I do 2 minutes ago? Yeah, it is that. Okay. Hi tomorrow would be tomorrow. I don't know if I need to put tomorrow in strings. Probably not. Yeah, that should be it. Wait, what's this? Create a variable. Oh wait, today's already, man, I got it the other way around. Yeah, sorry, it's the other way around. Okay. All right. Use destructuring to assign variables from nested objects. Okay. User John Doe, age and email. Here's how to extract the values of the object properties and assign them the same name. So const object age and email is user. Okay. Yeah, it's the same format. We're just adding an extra thing, so it's this name. Well, this name. Replace the two assignments with an equivalent destructuring assignment. It should still assign the variables low today and high today with the values of that and that. Today.low. Okay. From the local forecast object. So all right, let's start here. So const. So we got to run two different things because this example only shows for one, right? John Doe in this case would be the yesterday object. Actually, I guess local forecast. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll just start typing, see what happens. So it wants me to do today. Actually, it just wants me to do today, so it's only one thing. All right, that's easy. Easier, I guess. Today, and that's then gonna go into one of these. Low. And that then equals the main object. Yeah, so from the today thing, low, high. I think that's it. Let's see. Today, do I have a space in there? Okay, so John Doe age. John Doe age. Assign it to user age. Am I doing it the wrong way around again? Doesn't like the dot. Okay, so I think go do that. I'm gonna move back. Okay. The struggle continues. Yeah. Yes. It's part of the fun, man. Part of the fun. What am I missing? This thing is throwing me off. What the heck? Okay. I think this makes sense. So all it's doing is John Doe, which is the thing here. Age, assign it to user age. So meaning this has to come first, right? Okay. But it doesn't like me putting in the full stop or the dot. Why not? It accepts the dot on the height. It doesn't give the arrow thing. Wait, hang on. Unexpected token. 9. Oh, is it that space? Can't be. Maybe. I don't know. You're missing the objective, Rireen. I'm missing the objective. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. I think that's what it's looking to do, right? Before I enter, I think this is it. So when it said loaded today, it meant low from today's thing, right? That was it? Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Cool. So yeah, this is the kind of newbie pains that you can live through together. I guess vicariously go through again. I'm sure like you went through the same pains when you were learning. But I don't know, man. It's like I'm live streaming the entire thing. It's been recorded. It'll be fun to watch back in a couple of years from now. But okay, cool. So that's how you do the object thing. Let's make a note of that too.
You love listening to your favorite artists, and we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you can win a month
Destructing.
of gloriously uninterrupted music
Man, these
on
ads.
Spotify Premium. You can enjoy
I might have to invest in
favorite
Spotify Premium
artists
for years and years on end, man.
All you need to do is
It'd be
hit the
fun.
banner now.
It's gonna be fun. I'm guessing like maybe similar challenges, but on a higher level, like a bigger scale. But then it's still like silly little things like that that I will misread or people misread. Okay, code.
Now available on Just Eat and also with free delivery. Did somebody say Just Eat? 18 plus. T&Cs apply. Selected stores and locations is available on justeat.co.uk.
By the way, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, cool. Almost done. 42%, almost halfway there. Destructuring is to assign variables from array. A equals 8, B equals 6. One key difference between the spread operator and the array destructuring is that spread operator unpacks all contents of an array into a comma separated list. So const AB consequently you cannot pick or choose which element you want to assign to variables. The variable A is assigned the first value of the array. B A, B, C. We can also access values at any index in an array by using commas to reach the desired index. Now look at that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Okay. Use destruction assignment to swap the values of A and B so that A receives the value stored in B and B receives the value stored in A. Okay, so what? I like how he gives me an example of an array and then it just says variables A and B. So I guess I'm gonna create an array. Nah, let's do let new array is A and B, and then console log BA. Oh, I guess I could just go 8 and 6. I mean, it's doing 6 and 8. What am I missing? Fun question. So that means it's a tricky one. Array destructuring. And you know what? I think I've got to do this. AB is 6, 8, and then swap it. Nope. But there's only a let here though. It wants to reverse its values. After this one says I should take a break and possess all this mess in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I need to do more of that. Reverse. Alright, let's see. Alright, whatever. We'll just say that's the initial value. Cons, try this again. So I'm going to create an array with A and B. Right, assign that to be the same thing, A and 6. And then console.log. Then I do B and A. I mean, this is just following this structure here, right? It doesn't like A because it's already been defined. I'm assuming. Whatever. What if I was changing? It is swapping, but A has already been declared. Don't use numbers directly, use variables. You just found it. You found the answer? Oh man, don't tell me. Okay, sit down for. Alright. Okay. Don't use numbers directly, use variables. Alright, I'm going to create an empty array. But it does need numbers. How is it going to know? This thing here is throwing me off because you're already assigning A to A. And then it wants me to do an array thing, so I'm going to have to create an array at some point. How's that? What am I missing? Oh, dude. Oh my god. I guess just that. BA. So I want B to be 6, to be A. So what is this? Go in A equals the first position, B equals the second position. So I guess A would be 6 and B would be 8. But it won't let me do that because A has already been defined. It says what the last 2 or 3 lessons didn't explain. When using the rest operator or the object destructuring, you're essentially creating those variables within the scope, which is why you need something like const, just in case the name is already. So to reuse an already declared variable in destructuring, you just use it. No need to start with const let over k. Instead of writing 8, write A. Instead of writing 6, write B. You mean just that? Oh man. Close. That's half the solution. Hey, what's up, Creekburn? Use the A and B variable on the right side as well. So this is what the defining thing comes in. 6. I'm just going at a limb here, like that. Which is why you need something like const name is A, because user just in case names are okay. But that was just for that. Oh, you mean we're just going like this? B is A. Oh, dude. Right, so that's what Omar said instead of A. Right, A. Right, let's read through what. And I'm just gonna go to G because I don't know how to pronounce to do so. Let's see what G said, right? When using the rest operator with the object destructuring, you're essentially creating these variables within the scope. Within the scope. Which is why you need something like that. I think I get it.
Did you know that Co-op now
I'm not sure
delivers
what you mean by
prescriptions to your home
scope.
for free? If you're registered with a GP in England, you can securely
Within
view
the
and
scope.
order your repeat prescription online. Your medication is delivered to you free of charge and at no extra cost to the NHS. There's no need to visit a pharmacy unless you want to. Search Co-op Health to
Seeing a
download
break
the app
helps with
or
remembering.
register
Okay.
online. Co-op, it's what we do. Co-op Health is a provider of NHS services. Full terms and conditions.
I think you just need a tea and relax a bit. Yeah, how long is I'm streaming? 2.5 hours.
You love listening to your favorite artists. And we love
Okay.
listening to
Add either
you.
const or let before
So let's
destructure.
talk. Click now to take part in our short survey. And you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify.
Right, A has already been declared.
That means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Because you're a little distracted today.
Click or tap the banner to listen to Discover Weekly.
Yeah, it is 3 a.m.
Discover Weekly is designed for you to help you find your next favorite artist. Brought to you by our friends at Very. Life is this
Okay.
very moment.
Okay. Yeah, gonna have to remember this one. Never force yourself to learn more than 2 hours for no repeating something you learned before. That is also true. And that's also in line with what G said about after this, take some time to like go over this again. Okay, let's finish this one off. Maybe I should start doing that Pomodoro technique. Like, I don't have a problem sitting down and putting like 10 hours in, or 10 hours a bit too much. 3-4 hours in, like, I'll just sit there and work. I don't have a problem with that. But it does get like overloading. So I guess we could do the Pomodoro thing. 45, 15. I'll learn for 45, take 15 off, repeat. Probably help my brain a little bit. I'm curious, how do you guys do it? Any frameworks, any rules like that you follow when studying? Just give a half an hour break, then continue up to 2 hours. Yeah, so 2 hours and yeah, that's also something I need to questions. I'm gonna move the to-dos right at the top. Okay. It's not really figuring out. We kind of already did it, right? If you want to set on 10 hours, make it 2 hours each different topic. For example, 2 hours. True. Okay. Yeah. I like the 2 hours and then half an hour break, well, maybe 15 minutes. So it's either like 2 hours and 30-minute break. Well, the other one I was thinking was like 45 and 15. That's hour and a half and half an hour break. Yeah, I can do 2 hours. Yeah, we'll try that. Hopefully reduce the brain fatigue. But also, man, it is. I do work full time too. So I did my 8-9 hour shift, and then I'm here 3 in the morning still working. So that also has an impact. I think occasional breaks will help keep learning fun. That is also true. Yeah, maybe 2 hours and then just chat with you guys for half an hour or something, and then continue. Maybe take a break. But yeah, we can do that. I mean, right now this is like part of the break. So what do you do again, G? You you clearly know about JavaScript. Do you work as a developer or wait, what's your story? Started as a dev, nice. Well, like front end, or are you like a full stack? Don't forget how your nose works. If you get ready and spend a bit too hard, you feel dismay. I like that analogy. I think that's an analogy on how the brain. But yeah, right, I get it. Yeah, that is also true. I was a tester for a company last year. The full stack dev, C# for backend. Nice. Tester as in like a QA position. Nice. I have a similar job right now. It's not QA. It's you basically call it the bugs team. So I work for a SaaS company and kind of filter the reports that come from the users. So I'm not testing against the code the developers write because I don't understand any of that. But more on the front end, I'm actually testing. Like users report issues on the software, and then I'm just kind of manually testing that, see if I can reproduce. If I can, then escalating that up to devs. So yeah, kind of like a tester position. I think I did the same with a small team, so I did a bit more. Okay, nice. Yeah, the company I work for uses Ruby though, so I feel like after I master JavaScript, I might learn Ruby. So I'm debating between Ruby and Python as the backend language. But you do C#. Are you using unit testing or Selenium? Do Ruby first? Okay. Test Cafe. Interesting. Golang. What's yeah, this is my newbie coming out. What's Golang? It's a programming language. Go is an open source programming language that makes it easy to build simple, reliable, efficient software. Yeah. Also, shout out to Cozy Coding, man. This Spotify playlist is sick. I see more of C Sharp and Ruby in most companies. This most likely these are more important to pick up. It's too hard for you right now. The Golang is. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna go anywhere near it, man. I need to master, or not master, at least be, I don't know, proficient enough to write stuff on JavaScript first. On the contrary, Go is really famous for big and mission critical projects. Others are starting to switch to Python. Famous and scary as hell. Damn. Scary as hell. I'm finding JavaScript scary right now. Well, not really scary, it's just is what it is. What about the rest of the people in the chat? Are you guys coding? Or like guys are like pro developers? Alright, how many? Let's see, what should we have left? Under ES6. Destructuring assignment rest parameter reset an array. Destructuring assignment to pass an object. Create strings using template literals. Okay. Big companies don't care if they have a scale or not. They want less memory consumption. They just pay the devs. They don't care. What's up, Bill6502? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Alright, I think that's enough of a break for me. If we're gonna go back into the curriculum and see what we can do. Okay, in some situations involving array destructuring, we might want to collect the rest of the elements into a separate array. The result is similar to array.prototype as slice, as shown below. Const array with AB or R, console log AB 1 2. The rest of the values, okay. The rest element only works. Oh, got the ads again. After that, because of the rest parameters presence, it takes everything else. I'm legit learning along here. I can't do the course on my own because I get bored easily. Man, yeah, let's learn together. That's probably why I gave up, to be honest, the first time. Like, I'm there trying to figure out for half an hour, and then there's no one to sort of bounce ideas off. Okay, so A and B takes the first ones, the rest takes because of that. The rest of them only works correctly as the last. Only works correctly as the last variable on the list, as in you cannot use the rest parameter to catch a subarray that leaves out the last element of the original array. I got no idea what that means. I think the ad's over there. Yeah, okay. Subarray, whatever, okay. Use destructuring assignment with the rest parameters to perform an effective array, the prototype of slice, so that ARR is a subarray of the original array source. Remove the first two. Okay. Only change code below this line. Okay, sure. Remove the first two. And the way they removed the first two was by adding a variable here. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's try the same. So if I go A and B dot ARR. Oh, too many R's. Maybe not even ARR here. What does that do? Okay, that works. Basically, you can't do A or R. Okay. Gotcha, because the ARR is going to take whatever's left, and you can't avoid the last element or the last item. Okay, that was a good one. Okay. I probably should be titling what these are. So it would basically be this. Hmm. Okay. Almost. Oh man, I'm starting to cough more and more. This weather's getting tricky. Yeah, almost halfway there with the year 6. Use destructuring assignment to pass an object as a function's parameters. In some cases, you can use you can destructure the object in a function argument itself. Consider the code below. Profile update equals profile update const name age profile data. Okay. This effectively destructures the object's engine function. This can also be done in place. Const profile update name age nationality. Do something with these fields. Okay. Okay, use destructuring assignment within the argument to function half to send only max and min inside the function. Send only maximum and minimum inside the function. What's this? Divided by 2. I guess that's the half, right? Divided by 2. Okay. So. Alright, we can get rid of that. I love how you just get rid of code. Is that bad practice? I don't know, man. um, yeah, maybe I should just do like, I don't know, comment out and then I can compare or something. It's probably smarter, huh? I don't know. Alright, whatever. We'll just copy and then I will get rid of it up top here. Let's get rid of that. What I'm doing is I'm basically trying to copy this. Like that's my level of skill right now, is make this remotely closely kind of similar looking to this solution here. Okay. I think those can also go away. Just mind the function signature. Man, I got no idea what that means. Let's see if I can figure that out. Function signature. Okay. The should be 28.015. What am I missing? Okay, half stats undefined. Great. So what was it done before? Const half stats. Stats is max plus stats dot min. So maximum plus minimum divided by 2. I mean, what if I just have it? Function signature is how a function is supposed to look like to be valid. Function must have a head and a body. A head should give you the name of the function.
And the argument accepts body contains what the function does, and it should always be able to recognize this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this destructuring thing is. So if you look at what a function looks like, right? So you're saying this entire thing is a function signature where this is the head and this is the body, right? I should probably change JavaScript. Okay, so in this case, we're doing arrow function is special though. Yeah, I'm still trying to get my head around this thing here. Arrow function, there we go. So this entire thing can be rewritten as constant my function. See, before the arrow you have head. Right. So this is the head and this is the body then. Oh yeah, so body. Have a nice training. Thanks, man. Thanks for hanging out, Omar. Appreciate you always. Enjoy the rest of your night. Or have a good night. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Okay. So you got my function. Duh. And duh. I need to leave now. It's 6:30 a.m.
To listen to Discover Weekly.
Yeah, it is. All right, cool, man. Yeah, again, appreciate you hanging out.
Help you find your next favorite artist. Brought to you by our friends at
Leon.
Life is this
Hey, what's up, Leon? What do you think is the best way to learn code? Best way to learn is stream like me, and then have people like Sudoju G come on and train me, basically. I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I am using the free code camp tutorial. I've tried learning myself by myself in the past and just given up multiple times because I don't know. A, it gets hard. B, it's hard to keep yourself accountable. So now I'm streaming, which is helping me stay accountable. And from what I know, from I don't know, a month experience, I say just do it. Just learn and then just build stuff. Is what I would say. And like if you wanna making projects, right? Yeah, learn and build, and then have pros in the chat. Probably online courses. Yeah, so I'm doing this free code camp, which is based kind of like an online course, and then it gives you projects to do. So I started off with HTML, CSS, built out a few kind of website clones, things like that. And then for the JavaScript, I'll be doing the 30. I should probably add it here, right? JS 30-day thing as well. Thanks for the follow, man. 30-day. Man, where is it? There it is. So, yeah, if you want to go learn for a month, come back. I think I should be ready in a month's time to start tackling this, and we can build it together. So basically, all these projects. I don't know if I can build a project in a day, but we'll build every single one of those out. So yeah, if you want to do it together, let's do it. There's a couple other people in the chat who also said they want to do it. Yeah, we can all learn. I think
Most of the online courses are just crap. Okay, makes sense. All right, so what are we doing here? So we need to look at the function signature. Okay, so this would be the head, and this would be the body. Okay. So because it's the head, I actually don't need to. I don't need to have that. I don't think. No, I do because. Excuse me. Because. So this example here, it wasn't an array. It was just a normal thing. Yeah, John Doe, age. You can do something like this. But that isn't necessarily a function. Remove the abandoned line on line 12. Oh, okay. Hang on. That was meant to be for this thing. Oh, I guess I could just remove all of that. Is that what you said? These structured parameters should be used. Right, because you'd be running, let's see, right, half of stats, and this needs to know. So when I run this, it needs to know from the stats object, pick maximum and minimum. You're halfway done. Okay. Actually, I think just by having these two in here, it knows to pick maximum minimum because we're pushing in the stats when we call it. Okay. So I think I just need to figure out this bar here, which is the body section. I think you just have to call the function now. So like return, what's the function here? Oh, equals user. Maybe that needs to be in a big bracket. Equals stats. Nope. Okay. Definitely didn't like the brackets. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why it doesn't like the brackets. Everything I delete, it just doesn't like. Yeah, oncoming line 19. Wait, do I need to bring the other things back? No, it still doesn't like the max. This is the same as you can see the playlist on Spotify. Oh man, 4 a.m. struggles. Jesus. Okay. Why am I not seeing? So you're saying I don't need to do this? Is that it, man? Is that it? Oh, okay, yeah, that's it then. I'm gonna run. Okay, still doesn't like it though. I added the equals stats because of this line, but then I realized this isn't actually a function. What's the issue then? Let's delete that. What's going on? Okay, we'll call it afterwards. Stats has already been declared. I'll just copy that, refresh. Okay, still stays there. Wait, it's missing. Okay, and then I go undefined. You don't need the equals stats part. Are those curly braces? These ones? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think they need to be curly, no? For the body part. I deleted the brackets between minimum and maximum. Oh, now you are max plus min to because it didn't like it earlier. When I did that, it just gave me errors. Ooh. Now it's not giving me error. What the heck? You know what I'm doing it? Like, you know what I'm doing it? It's like this Germany 5M. Fuck it, bro. I love it, man. Let's do it. Let's all learn to code. Let's do it. Open up the browser. Run the test. What is going on? Bro, read this. Yeah, maximum minimum divided by 2. So now I've got it in brackets. Divide by 2. Solution. The curly bit. What am I doing? So you mean if I just remove the curly braces, it'll fix it? Is that it? Is the curly braces left? Okay, I want to hit. No. Okay, what's the problem here? Destructured parameters should be used. Okay, const half equals max min. Maximum min divided by 2. So okay, this was the original thing.
I think this might actually need the equals, you know? I don't know. I'm just gonna wait. Where's line 19? Line 19 is gone. Okay. That's what I get for just deleting code. It's gone. Okay, still doesn't like it though. Why not? You forget to add half stats. Like this one? Oh, you mean like make it equal? Like what I... Well, actually no. Bro, I'm crying laughing here. Okay, what am I missing, dude? Come on, man. Oh, it's just so funny. Okay, what the hell? So this is my Spotify moment right now. What am I missing? Half stats. Okay, I also don't know what we're missing now. All right. Maximum. Jesus. Okay.
Go on then, since you've been
We've got a lad coming. Perfect.
thank you for giving me a lift to work.
Thank you for giving me to work. Okay, whatever.
And 9 goals in, but you did save that penalty. It's only £1.19. From a happy meal to hamburgers.
Right. So this part is definitely correct.
For everyone for as little as 89p. Sometimes a little really can mean a lot. Served from 11 a.m. Prices may vary. See mcdonalds.co.uk for details on your local restaurant.
Click or tap the banner to listen to Discover Weekly. New every Monday, Discover Weekly is made just for you.
I feel like it needs the curly braces.
Brought to you by our friends at Very.
Yeah, let's do the curly brace and then call it.
You love
No.
listening to your favorite artists. And we love
No,
listening to
you've written it before.
So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify.
All right, I'm going through scrolling your comments.
Enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the button.
So max plus min divided by 2. This is correct, right? Do I need another? I don't think I need another bracket 6. It's gonna compute that divided by 2. What the hell is that? Or maybe it needs one more bracket. I don't know if this needs this. Let me delete and try. Is it possible to start afresh, like how it was when we started the discussion? I forgot how it looked like. Yeah, this is how it looked like. I got it at the bottom here. Okay, sure. All right, whatever. All right, let's hit reset. All right. So pushing in stats. So this currently looks like that. All right, let's see. So I'm gonna put curly braces around this because that's the body. So I don't need the stats here. I just need the curly braces to say I'm on the max and min. Does this need to be stats or max? Maybe that's the issue. No, it shouldn't be. Curly brace. All right. Reset one more time. No, I refer after the arrow. So this part. Teacher says, curly braces are redundant. You already have a perfect arrow function.
Okay, so this is perfect. Task, I believe, is to only change the argument and how you used it. All right. Oh, whoa, did you see that? If I highlight and do a thing, it puts in... Dude, this is a game changer, man. Why did nobody tell me this? So if I want to put this in brackets, I just highlight it, and then add a single bracket, and it does the opening and closing. Man, that's probably like old news for you. To me, that's sick. All right. I think so. This one has to be max and min, right? Because it's telling to choose the maximum. Maybe not. Because you see, when I click on that, it knows it's this, but when I do this, it doesn't. Halfway there. Did you change stats? I mean, change numbers in min and max and stats. Man, I don't know what Omar, I don't know what you said. No, stats no longer exist in there. Remove the stats. Okay. Oh man, you gotta scream at me, bro. Alright. I mean, I removed it earlier. It did nothing. Okay. I'm gonna run the code. Oh, no. I'm gonna run the code. Dude, are you serious? I swear we ran this earlier. I put ice water on you. Bro, I swear to you, I ran this code earlier. Like, if we go back and watch the recording, I'm pretty sure it was there. We did this. It didn't like the brackets. But oh, maybe it was because of the curly braces. That was fucking it up. Let's see if I can reproduce. No. So curly braces definitely messed it up. But it was doing... Man, I don't know what it was doing. In fact, let's make curly braces work. But you know what the funky curly... Okay. Because I'm picturing it like one of these functions, right? Where is it? But I'm saying it's this curly brace, which is the body part. Which this also has AC, this and that. That's what I was thinking, but maybe it needs one of these at the end. I don't know, No, it doesn't. Curly braces help with the readability. Okay. So maybe I don't know why it's not working. Put the entire thing in brackets. Nope. So create a new variable inside curly braces and assign the max min. Create a new variable. Okay, I'm just gonna call it. I'm gonna give it your name. STUDUZO. And do that. So if I do let equals, where'd it go? Let equals that, and then on the next line, okay, const
Oop. Const should be on the next line. Remove line 12. Okay. But how am I initializing a empty thing after it's been? Oh, maybe const I equals that. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, there we go. Okay. But this thing here works, so is this what you wanted to do? Or is there another way to do this? Yeah, I moved it because yeah, somewhere, but yeah. So yeah, before remove line 12 it said const also should be on the next line. Okay, I misread that as a okay, yeah. Cool, yeah. Const, that's what you meant by const should be in this line. Gotcha. Okay. I mean, right, I see now. The whole point of the arrow function is so you don't have to do all this crap and do this crap. So I don't need the curly braces because then I can delete, which is my favorite thing to delete in code. Delete, and that's gonna work. Nice, man. Learning loads. Yeah, this is how curly braces help with readability. Now you can read line by line as to what the function does. Right. Yep. Okay. Is Leon still here or is he gone off coding already? I think it's gone. Okay, this one's. Should I make a note of this? Yeah, I should, because this one took a long time. You're from America, right? So I think it's Texas. So it's probably like, I don't know, midnight or something. What are we doing? We can destructure object on itself. Code. South Africa, 6 a.m. Are you serious? Oh man, that's hardcore. I don't know how you can go to work with 2 hours sleep. And if you're staying up to help me out, then I appreciate that like a lot, man. But that's crazy. Go get some sleep. Yeah, it's like 4 a.m. for me. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna end the stream here too then. Let's just make a note of that. Are you also working on something? Okay. Anything I can look at, or is it like private? Yeah, that's good enough. All right. I think we're halfway done. Look at that, 52%. I call that a success. I learned a lot today. Luminosity. People actually do hope it's really wholesome. Hey, what's up, man? I knew you were here. Yeah. Yeah, we got Sudozu jumping on. We had yeah, we got some really talented people jump on, man. It's crazy. I didn't actually expect anyone to help me out when I first started this. It was just more like I'm gonna announce it in the public. It's gonna be on the internet. That I'm gonna do it, and then I have to do it because it's out there. And then like, yeah, I think the first two streams, no one showed up. It was just me talking to myself, and then eventually people started coming in like, "Hey, I see a newbie struggling. Let me go help him out." But yeah, it's pretty cool. How's your learning going?
Fillet of fish from a dish, share box and evening frocks, Big Mac down the cul-de-sac and even under a drying rack, medium fries in rainy skies, or maybe cheeseburgers in the bath. How daft.
Submit or go to.
Nuts on rugs, or perhaps a chicken sandwich
Yeah,
to the river.
I'm gonna jump on this
Because
tomorrow.
yes, we deliver. Download Uber Eats or Just Eat and enjoy McDonald's at home.
McDonald's at home.
Participating McDonald's and locations only. See mcdonalds.co.uk/McDelivery to see if there's one near you. See Uber Eats or Just Eat app for full details. Delivery fee applies.
You love listening to your favourite artists, and we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy all your favourite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Doing fine. I'm getting to the Java OOP. OOP. What's OOP? OOP. I'm guessing this is it. OOP. Object Oriented Programming. Nice. Object Oriented Programming. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. How are you finding it? Okay. Let me not say the Java University for first and second year. Great language. Man, a lot of people with computer science background. Yeah, 4 a.m. I'm pretty dead now, man. I'm gonna call this a stream. I think productive. Learned some new stuff. Had some head scratching moments. Cool. Yeah, thanks everyone hanging out. Luminosity, and hopefully the Java learning goes well. Sudoju, thanks for the help. Appreciate it. I think Omar's already gone. I don't know if Leon's still here, but man, yeah, let's just start learning. If you're still here, if you're listening to me, start learning, man. Let's just do it. Couldn't find. You couldn't find a playlist. Hang on, what do you mean playlist? Playlist for. I'm so confused. Me. Oh, you see, there's a limit in the chat. I hope it's not because it's compared to by far. And I found the playlist. Yes, that's the biggest win for sure. Cozy coding. I need to follow this channel when they come back on. But yeah, I need to sleep. And again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, see y'all again tomorrow. And yeah, good luck. Good luck with the 2 hours sleep, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hopefully, you don't struggle with work, man. I don't know how you're gonna work with 2 hours sleep, even if you sleep. I need my full 10 hours. I don't function. Clearly, you can see lack of sleep or waking up too much hours affects me. Anyway, that's my love babbling. See y'all later, man. Thanks. Bye. 6 cups of coffee. Oh yeah, coffee and code. All right, man. Later. Bye bye.